Hello, welcome to Makeup on Point. I'm Christy, and today is another day of having fun with movies and makeup. In today's video, we are actually going to be working on discussing the movie Batman Returns that came out in 1992, also directed by Tim Burton. I'm going to turn myself into the Penguin today, the Danny DeVito version from the movie, and with some tweaks involved. So we're going to learn some prosthetics today. I'm going to discuss some movie facts, and let's get into it. Let's see you in the next slide. Okay, and we're back. I completely blocked my brows out. I will leave a link to a video on how I block my brows out in the description box below. Now we are going to put on the prosthetic nose first before we do anything else to this makeup. So this is a prosthetic. I got it from Rubberwear. And it's just a long penguin nose. And how I'm going to apply this is I'm going to take some spirit gum, or you can take Prozade as well. I'm going to put spirit gum right in the center spot first, and I'm going to put it in the center spot here on my nose. I'm going to start from the center, and then I'm going to place it on. And then as I go, I'm going to add more glue to the edges and then lay it down nicely. And from here on out, we're going to be voiceover because I cannot do the makeup and talk at the same time. So while I'm continuing gluing on my nose, let's get to our facts, starting with some drama with the Catwoman casting. So initially, Annette Bening was cast as Catwoman, but she had to drop out of the role after becoming pregnant. Now for Tim Burton, there was only one other choice for the role, and that was Michelle Pfeiffer. However, an actress named Sean Young, who was supposed to be cast in the first Batman movie as Vicky Vale, but she had to drop out because she broke her arm, she felt she was entitled to the role. Because of her accident, she felt that role should have gone to her as a replacement. And she went as far as to dress up as Catwoman and show up at Warner Brothers Studios demanding the part. And when she wasn't getting her way, she went on to talk shows campaigning for her to be Catwoman. She kept speaking on how unfair Hollywood was for not giving her the part, and she even went on the Joan Rivers show dressed as Catwoman and said horrible Hollywood bigwigs wouldn't see me. She made it into a bigger issue than it really had to be. Tim Burton has even said that he's very sensitive when it comes to casting his movies, and he was understanding she wanted to play the role because who doesn't want to be Catwoman? But it was an artistic choice he made and not a Hollywood system problem like she's screaming. First of all, seems very unprofessional to be running around as Catwoman demanding a part. So, honey, get it together. Tim Burton even said that Michelle Pfeiffer had a feline quality to her and she was game for weird things. I mean, she put birds in her mouth for the movie and endured a lot in her role as Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer even stated she had to be vacuum sealed into her Catwoman suit for scenes, which gave her only a short amount of time to perform before she would have to have it opened or she would become lightheaded and pass out. Now just a short pause, what I'm doing here now on my nose is just putting a layer of liquid latex to really seal in my nose to keep it in place, and using the blow dryer just to dry down the latex clear so I could just keep layering and layering until it's all blended into my skin. Now Michelle Pfeiffer had to go through 60 cat suits during the 6-month shoot at a cost of $1,000 per suit. And for the role, she decided to take up kickboxing lessons for the role and trained with an expert to master the whip. Now let's talk about Danny DeVito and his Penguin character. Now Danny DeVito spent 2 hours a day in the makeup chair to transform into his character. He was forbidden to describe the makeup to anyone, including his family. Now the makeup artist who created the Penguin look decided to move away from previous depictions of the character. Instead of just giving Danny DeVito a pointy nose, they created prosthetics to make his face look more avian. Additionally, they studied deformities such as curvature of the spine and syndactyl, which is a condition where 2 or more digits are fused together. Now for the Penguin makeup, it included a T-shaped nose, lip, and brow appliance, rotten crooked teeth, white skin, and dark circled eyes. I mean, it's not a Tim Burton character without dark circle eyes. Now we gotta give credit to this makeup team since it included the likes of Stan Winston and V. Neil and many others, because their job doing the Penguin actually scared everyone that was on set. and it is said that nobody would talk to Danny DeVito on the set because he scared everyone. Burton has said, I don't know if it was his usual way of working, but there was a point where Danny DeVito just clicked into it and was completely this character who was totally antisocial, who had been out of the loop a little too long. Danny DeVito was 100% into the transformation with the makeup and all, and it was a complete creation. His appearance even affected a scene where a monkey was handing him a note from Batman. The monkey was scared of the makeup and attacked Danny DeVito's family jewels. Danny DeVito said in an interview that he was lucky to be wearing a suit that was padded, and they eventually got the scene done. Now, when it comes to Tim Burton and these Batman movies, there comes a theme of duality. Now, the film is full of warped tensions, deep dark dialogue, and remarkably complex characters. But Tim Burton quotes about this certain theme as saying, "Masks in this country symbolize hiding, but when I used to go to Halloween parties wearing a mask, it was actually more of a doorway, a way of expressing myself. There's something about being hidden that in some weird way helps you to be more open because you feel freer. When people are covered, a certain weird freedom comes to the surface." And that quote really resonated with me because, I mean, you see in these videos, I do a lot of transformations in SFX style and just become other characters, which obviously makes me act a different way because it's bringing out a different part of me. And I think that happens a lot, and I think that's why it makes Halloween a lot of people's favorite holiday, because they get to dress up and be something outside of themselves. I mean, you can even see that in many actors, that once they're in makeup, they're in their full acting mode and they're this other person. Even with one of my favorite wrestlers, Finn Balor, or formerly known as Prince Devitt, when he would do the demon makeup, he even said it changed the way his fighting style was when he was the demon compared to just his normal self. So these transformations really bring out a different side to people, and it's funny that you play this in the Batman movie. And it's even funnier in a scene of the masked ball scene where everyone is actually wearing a mask except for Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne, which is playing on the concept that those secret identities are their actual masks. Being Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne is the mask, and being Batman and Catwoman are their actual true selves. So it just plays another like fun theme on that, just more in your face that time. Aside from the movie facts, I'm just doing a trick here that I think may be fun for Halloween to try. Now, sometimes to create wrinkles, this trick I use very easily. I just scrunch my face where I have the makeup, like I did here, the eyeshadow was laid down. I scrunch my face and I put my foundation over it so it actually highlights those wrinkles, so that I could go back in with a darker eyeshadow and really deepen all those wrinkles and add them in more. I thought that was just a nice fun little makeup tip to try. I even use it later on my lips, but I'll talk about that later. Also, when it comes to prosthetics, sometimes it's hard to like powder contour because it's a different material. Obviously it's a foamy material. So here I'm starting off with using like my gray eyeshadow to contour the nose, but as I get towards the back, I started using a gray face paint just to cream contour instead, to blend from the prosthetic to my own skin, so it gives that cleaner line, because just powder alone, it won't leave that smooth blending transition. So using that cream, and here I'm using with a Q-tip for an easier application, and then I'll go back over with the powder just to deepen it and then just blend it a little bit more. It's a little back and forth you gotta do sometimes. And then I deepen all my wrinkles again, but this time I think I did it with a black eyeshadow just to deepen everything up. Now for our final Batman Returns movie fact. Batman Returns opened in the US on July 19th, 1992, and it shattered its predecessor's record for the most successful 3-day opening in history, with receipts of $47.7 million at the time. The film eventually grossed $268 million worldwide. Now with that success, there's still critics saying it was still too dark, but a lot of people love the second movie better than the first one, just based on its storyline and characters. Now we're almost done here, about to do a little dance because we're almost done. And the last thing we're going to do is focus on our lips We're gonna add some eyeshadow, just adding some purple on the bottom and top lip, and then I'm gonna do that trick again and put the foundation on my scrunched lips. And then I think I touched on my bottom lip just to darken it more, so it looked like how the penguin has like oil drool coming out, which I add gloss outside of the camera. And then it's about to be montage time. I think this is my favorite transformation to date this year. I am a completely different person and I'm enjoying it. Look how big that nose is. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. It's so big. But I am so happy with how this came out. Also, I have mini sclera lenses that I got from coloredcontacts.com. They are pretty good. It's a little weird because I'm kind of like, I see, but I also feel like I'm off balance seeing, so that's a little off. But other than that, I'm enjoying being the penguin right now. I feel amazing. This is, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Hope you enjoy getting all penguin-fied today. All the products I use with all this, because maybe you want to be this for Halloween. Just maybe. Maybe. It's coming soon. Granted, we're probably going to be inside still, but, you know, who knows. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos just like this one. As always, be kind to others. Love yourself. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And I'll see you in the next video.